Apparently, the cake that Robert Franz is making in his kitchen, the ideal drink to go with that is a homemade old fashioned. A homemade old fashioned, which is a kind of an alcoholic beverage. A homemade old fashioned. And I like the way it looks. I think they use some orange peels. And it looks like they make brandy bourbon. They put brandy bourbon in it and some sweet bitters. I mean, I've been researching how do they make these old fashions. They look like a pretty good drink. Old fashioned. So I'm even learning how to make drinks that can go with that cake you make. But I guess I'm more interested in the cake than the drink that goes with it. But I like to learn how to make the different drinks too. But as like I said, I really like to learn how to make the cakes, how to make the, especially my favorite is like the Hungarian mocha torta cake. And that's my favorite. My favorite is to learn how to make the Hungarian mocha torta cake. That's my favorite to learn how to make it. Something that I really like to learn how to make. Learn how to make the Hungarian mocha torta cake. The one with the hole in it. It's got a big hole in it. It's round cake. Hungarian mocha torta cake, round coffee cake. That's one that I'd really like to learn how to really make it. I'd like to learn how to make that kind of cake. And so I'm studying how to make the Hungarian mocha torta cake around Hungarian mocha torta, around Hungarian mocha torta, coffee cake with the big round hole in the middle, almost like a bun cake. And I'm really studying and trying to learn that. I remember in the olden days they had this restaurant called the Chicken Court in Shrewcomen, and they had the most delicious Hungarian mocha torta cake. Very delicious, very divinely delicious. Only one thing, they made it with like a cream for the icing or frosting, where butter, real whole butter, would have been a lot better to make the frosting, the icing, the topping for the cake. But it was still good even though it was cream. but to use butter to make a real Hungarian mocha torta cake, it's suggested that you don't use cream but butter. Maybe you could even make one that's a little bit of cream but mostly a lot of butter. And you can put a little bit of cream. I don't know, but I think it would still probably be a good cake. But they suggest that really what you use is butter. I mean, you could make one where there's so much ratio of butter and so much ratio of cream. So much ratio of the sweet cream, so much ratio butter. I'd probably make one where I'll salt mostly a lot of butter and then just a little bit of cream. Just a little bit of very sweet, uh, added this word and finally added this word cream. There's many things. Right now, I'm addicted to learning how to make my own kind of cakes. Really, right now, I'm really addicted. I'm really addicted. I'm very addicted to learning how to be able to make my own kind of cakes. I don't think I'm gonna be a cake chef. I don't think I'm gonna be a cake chef. But you don't need to have to be a gourmet chef to be. It's always good to learn how to cook meals if you can, cook your own meals if you can.